Hey, you guys. So it is 2022, and it's that time again to file your taxes and get your return on time. Last year, we all had, not we all, but I know speaking for myself, had a delay in returns. It took longer to receive your refund or my refund. Okay, so the reason for that is several things that came up, and I want to give you some tips so that you can try to avoid hitting these bumps in the road. So, some reasons why it takes longer to receive your tax refund is if you are filing a paper tax instead of doing it by e-filing, that takes longer. So try to do electronic filing. Or if you're requesting a check because you don't have a checking account, make sure you try to set up you a direct deposit. Direct deposit is easier and moves faster. If you don't have a bank account, there's ways to obtain a direct deposit. For example, you can go to Walmart, and Walmart has these cards called Next Spin. I know I'm in California, so I know what it is at different locations or different states. So Next Spin accepts direct deposits. So you can do stuff like that. If you say, you know what, I don't have a bank account, I don't want to get a bank account, you can do that. Also, and certain filing companies will allow you to obtain a temporary debit card so that you can get direct deposit, and they'll set it up on there. I know H&R Block does things like that where they'll give you like a debit card so that you can receive also your e-files direct deposit. Also, unfortunately, what will take longer for your taxes to be returned is because if you are claiming the earned income tax credit or the child tax credit, these types of credits are being put on hold until February. And the reason is that because there's the PATH Act, the Protection Americans from Tax Hikes Act, is giving the IRS time to detect or prevent fraud. So that's why it's taking longer. They're really checking to make sure nobody's scheming out there because we had a lot of schemes, as you know. And also, if you put the incorrect information, that would throw it off and make it look like it's some type of fraud going on. So here's some of the things you need when you're filing this year, you guys. Get ready, get your pen, you ready. You are going to need to know the exact amount that you received if you receive the third stimulus check or payment. Okay, they want to know that amount when you're filing for this for your 2021, 2022. Okay, so make sure you obtain that information before you go down to your little tax agency. Look in your bank account. Um, Look for that little stub if you guys got the check, and get the last amount that you received, and that should have been received to you within March and May time frame. Okay, they want to know, did you receive that stimulus check? Okay, so you're going to need that ahead of time, and you're also going to need to know if you accepted the advanced child care credit. You need to know how many payments you receive in the total amount. Majority of people obtain 6 months worth, but if your child was not here for the whole 6 months, like for an example, you had a newborn that was born in November, you probably only received two payments, so you need to report that as well. So now let me get into the details, okay? Because guess what? You also can earn more that you put out, and you can get it back in return. Excuse me from stumbling over words. For example, you can earn up to 4,000 plus if you had to take care of someone under the age of 13. It does not have to be your child, but it has to be someone that you legally took care of that maybe had a mental ailment, so you had to take care of them, and you had to go to work and you had to go to school, so you had to pay for child care expenses. That money can be refunded back to you based on your income Okay, and you can obtain almost up to $8,000 because it's $4,000 per child. So only thing about that, you have to have the information, proof, what child care, tax ID, or the person's social security number that you was paying month to month for that. And you can enter that now in your when you're filing your tax, and they'll give you a refund credit for that and for all the expenses that you needed to do to take care of that child while you was going to work or school. So that's good news, you know. So also, you guys, so when it comes to the advanced child care credit, you can obtain the full 6 months that you didn't receive, or how much you didn't receive for 2021. Like I stated before, if you got the whole 6 months worth, which they was trying to do from July to December, then you report that amount when you file your taxes. So you say, you know what, my child was the age of 13. This is how much I got. And you will use the form, which is the 6419 letter, which looks like this right here. They should automatically send this letter to you if you don't know how much you received. If you like, I think I got the 6 months worth or I didn't, this letter will come to you and telling you the total amount that you should have received. But don't panic, because if you do not have this letter, there is ways to obtain this information. So what you need to do is create an IRS child tax credit portal. And how you get this information, real simple. Google child tax credit portal, and it will take you to the irs.gov link, and it should automatically take you to the page that says child tax credit portal. It's that easy once you click it, right? So now you have Google that and you're on this portal, right? You're going to create your account. Okay, once you create your account, it's going to take you to a link that says ID Me. ID Me is an account that's attached to the IRS, okay, website. And it's a long process. It is, because they want to make sure they prevent identity theft. So they are going to ask you some questions, personal questions, all the way to the point of scanning your ID, which is your California ID or whatever state you in, identification card. On top of that, they're going to ask you to scan a live image of your face. Okay, like FaceTiming, like when we're on, what else that thing is called, I forgot. Well, you know, like the ones where they scan your face if you want to unlock your phone. It's going to do a technique like that to make sure that it is you, to help prevent fraud, because that's why the delays are being held up, because they are not even accepting people that are claiming this on their taxes until February. That's when it's going to start allowing those people to start getting their kickbacks, because they said we need to identify and make sure this is you, because too many people are playing games. All right. So once you do that, you go to where it says a view. It's going to say view advanced payments. And from there, it's going to tell you each month, exact date and time when it sent you those payments. You add all those up, and that should be your total. But make sure you read the website, because sometimes the website says, please do not use this information. It's not updated. So always make sure that it's accurate and current, because that will mess you up and also cause a delay. So as you can see, you should receive the $300 a month for a child under the age of 6, and $250 for any child over the age of 6, all the way up to 17 years of age. Okay, so don't stress. This is going to be a smooth selling for you guys. Make sure you get all this information, write it down, pause, do whatever you have to do to make sure you get the fundings that you deserve. And don't stress, take your time. But if you are preparing your own taxes like TurboTax, make sure you have this information in advance, because I know doing your own taxes can be scary or stressful. So if you have this already in advance, then as you are going, when the questions come up, you're like, boom, I already know the answer. I already have it. Or when you go, now the crazy part is If you are going to a taxpayer and you don't have all this information, that can cause a delay because you might have to come back because you don't have it, and or it might take longer and you already want to hurry up and get out of there because some of y'all go straight after work to these places. So remember to have these documents. I'm going to tell you again, you are going to need to know, okay, the amount you received in stimulus payments through the month of May and March. If you received the three payments, if you have not received the three payments, make sure that's accurate information. You don't need that information. You just put zero. I didn't get the third stimulus check. Okay. And then your tax preparer will go from there. Also, you're going to need to know the total amounts you received in the advanced child care payments. And if you don't know what the child care payments are, these are the payments that were given per month around the 15th of each month for $300 or $250. You're going to need to add that up. If it's one child, two or three child, they want the whole total. Okay, these are the things, the minor things you're going to need when trying to claim the credits or to receive the credits obtained. And unfortunately, if you receive the 6 months, they deduct that out of the full year, so you don't get the